Okay, I'm going to do a Photoshop tutorial. I did one a long time ago, and I didn't do anything with it. Um, I don't know where it is anymore. And so, anyways, I decided I'm gonna redo it and make it a better one, and actually show it to the world. Right now, I'm using a screen recording program that I don't trust. And I actually already went through this whole thing once and it didn't work, so I don't really have any faith in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just actually try to record in segments to make sure it's recording instead of doing the whole thing and realizing that it didn't work. So that being said, I'm going to do a picture that I did previously, as I'm going to add an object on top of a background picture. So the problem with this program, though, is that I don't think when I render the video, it seems to not show real pictures in very good quality. So, for instance, if I have a cartoon kind of picture, it'll look good, but if I have a real picture, which is the one I'm working with, it might not show up very well. So I'm not sure yet, but I don't know what I did with the background picture. No. There, here. Okay. Um, I'm gonna put an elephant. Basically, what I did before is I'm gonna put an elephant on the street, and so in order to do this, I have a background picture. I'm going to put in the elephant to the background, and I'm gonna rasterize it because it comes in as a smart object, and I want it to be a flat image, act like an image. So the first thing I'll do then is I want to size it, and I want to maintain the aspect ratio, lock the height and width so that I don't stretch it and it stays proportional to its original attributes. And here I'm not, you just kind of want to get it to where you think is right. And there's no real right size, and it can be perspective-wise, it can be, closer or further on the street. But we'll just do it like this. So we will accept, and it'll, and then what I want to do is I'm going to take there's a different ways of cutting this out. A nice way I've found, and it works better for simpler backgrounds, and it probably won't work that well for this, but I'll take the paint bucket tool and I'll right click on the image and I'll click clear, and you kind of just click around and it kind of figures out where the edges of things are. Like I said, for this one it's not working all that well. Okay, yeah, I kind of accidentally deleted the leg there. I'm actually going to pause the recording here and come back because I don't trust this. Okay, well, I think the best approach for this particular image would be to use the quick selection tool and just kind of go over the elephant itself, and kind of just, what you want to do is you just want to kind of drag and trace the outline of the elephant. I'm not going to do this perfect for time constraints and whatnot. I'm gonna kind of go through this quick and crudely. This is not going to look nearly as good as when I originally did it, but it would take a long time if I tried to do that. So I'm just not going to. Yeah, so you just want to make sure you have everything. If there's a little like extra grass, like right here, you don't have to worry about that. You just want to make sure that you're not leaving any part of the elephant out, and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna right click on that, and I'd like to make layer via copy, because that way you still also have the background layer, just in case you want to use that and you made a mistake or something. But then I just turn off that layer, and you basically have decently clean cut elephant. To kind of fix it up a little bit, I'll take an eraser tool, and I'll use a soft brush and kind of just go over the parts that aren't there, still there, and we're just kind of gonna go and touch it up, get rid of all the green and jaggedy edges. Um, you know, and again, I'm not doing this to any level of perfection. I just want to get the job done. Probably not even doing a very good job at explaining, but I don't know. So there we go. It's cut out. There's a lot of whiteness that I probably shouldn't have, but again, not doing this perfectly. We'll still try to just get rid of that. Okay. So at this point, what I want to do is, I think, take a blur tool and kind of go over just the edges. I like to just make it kind of gets rid of those jaggedy points, and blends it into the background a little bit better. So it's not just kind of this image just bam, pasted on here. I think I did this better the first time, but I lost that recording. So I don't even know what I was talking about when I was first doing this. I felt like there was a lot more I was saying. But anyway, now that we have that, I make the blur tool a little bigger, and I kind of like to blur the feet because they're in motion, and they're a little bit more out of focus because they're down below, and I feel like it just all around looks better when you do that. Kind of just touch it up a bit. Okay. So I basically have it here. I also, I want to rotate it. Now, I guess, did I do that already? I don't know. I want to make sure it's perfectly, because it's on a slant. Alright, I'm totally failing this time. Second time sucks. Alright, so we basically have it where the size is right, we have it blurred, and we have it the coloring now is what I want to get into. The first thing I'll adjust is the exposure. Oh, my bad. We want to first select the elephant layer, and then adjust just the exposure for the elephant. And we want to match it as best as we can to the picture. This picture is dark, so we want to darken the elephant to match what it should look like. And I'll just basically mess around with different types of lighting and coloring options to as best as I see fit.